Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be in Andhra Pradesh on the Dussehra Day, that is today, on a historic day for the state. He will lay the foundation stone for a new futuristic state capital, Amaravati, on the banks of River Krishna. Here's a report on the elaborate arrangements and the preparations that have been put in place for the event, and also in the anticipation with which the Prime Minister's trip is being viewed in the state.
नमो 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 जननी आंध्र प्रदेश नमः जयतु जयतु धरणी कोट अमरावती नमः नमो 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 जननी आंध्र प्रदेश नमः जयतु जयतु धरणी कोट अमरावती नमः.
Andhra Pradesh will create a history on Dussehra Day when the Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi lays a foundation stone for the 21st century ultra-modern brand new seat capital named Amaravati on the banks of River Krishna. The man behind the project and an innovative Chief Minister, Chandrababu Naidu, has laid a red carpet welcome to guests coming from across the globe to witness the historic moments. As per the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Bill 2014, the present dispensation headed by the TDP government is running its day-to-day operations from Hyderabad, which happens to be the common capital of both Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. Since Andhra Pradesh has no capital of its own and have time until 2024, the visionary Chief Minister has put in a strenuous 16 months exercise to give a shape to an ultra-modern 21st century smart capital at Amaravati, located in between the commercial capital Vijayawada and tobacco capital Guntur of Andhra Pradesh. Amaravati has an ancient history of its own. It was ruled by the Shatavahanas in 230 BCE to 220 CE and was known as the Delhi of Bharat. With a technical expertise from Singapore and Japan, the Andhra Pradesh government has pooled in 33,000 acres of land under a novel Land Pooling Bill 2014. Over 17,000 farmers have provided land free of cost to the state government with a promise to get 1,400 square yards plot in the well-developed capital for every acre surrendered. The biggest question is that a state which has inherited over 17,000 crores under the reorganization bill as debt will be able to muster this gigantic task. To what extent the centre is going to help the state is eagerly waited. All eyes are on the Prime Minister Mr. Narendra Modi for his Dussehra gift to the residual Andhra Pradesh. In Guntur, V. Ramakant for Doordarshan News.
And later, the Prime Minister will inaugurate the Garuda terminal at Tirupati Airport. He will also lay the foundation stone of the Tirupati Mobile Manufacturing Hub. Prime Minister Modi will also visit the Tirumala temple.
And for more on the story, Ramakant, the correspondent who has filed this report that you just saw, joins us live from Amaravati. Perhaps, good morning, Ramakant. From the visuals we could make out, I mean, they really look fabulous, completely justifying the ultra-modern look that you've been talking about in the report. For the fact that, the state will create history today when Prime Minister lays the foundation stone of Amaravati, 21st century ultra-modern brand new state. Give us a sense what it really means for the people. How are they looking at this, especially when Prime Minister is visiting the state, and in terms of this being called the futuristic capital of Andhra Pradesh? How gigantic is this task going to be in terms of bringing it to reality?
Well, absolutely, Sakal. You have heard that the Chief Minister, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, could convince nearly about 33,000 farmers who are located in this area. And remember, this particular land is highly rich for commercial crops. Crops like plantation, crops like onions, crops like various other commercial crops. As I was coming to this place, I had seen it's purely a cultivable land which can generate 3 crops. But the question is, after the bifurcation of the united Andhra Pradesh, Chandrababu Naidu had lost, or rather the Andhra had lost, the capital city Hyderabad, because that formed part of 10 districts of Telangana as per the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act 2014. But then, when they inherited residual Andhra Pradesh, they also inherited a debt to an extent of 17,000 crores. Where is the money to build the capital? And knowing very well for the best organizational skills and innovative leadership of Chandrababu Naidu, he had moved a novel idea of asking the farmers to donate their lands. First, there were a lot of ideas floated for the capital after Shivaramakrishnan committee recommended decentralization of power process in the entire coastal belt. But then Chandrababu Naidu, in order to promote the capital for best investments, he has first toyed the idea with Visakhapatnam, which falls in the part of north coastal Andhra Pradesh, and then decided about Kurnool, which forms part of Rayalaseema. Then there was an idea for people who are traveling from Srikakulam to Kurnool will be about 700 to 800 kilometers. So likewise, he has finally zeroed in on Amaravati, which is nearer to Srikakulam, nearer to Chittoor, which is anywhere between 450 to 500 kilometers radius.
Okay. You know, we know that there are technical expertise from Singapore and Japan that has gone into making of this big project. Now, today, in fact, as you mentioned in the report, Chandrababu Naidu will be laying red carpet welcome to guests not from only across the country, but from across the globe. So there's a lot of international perspective to this.
Well, absolutely. See, ever since he toyed with the idea of floating a smart city or ultra-modern 21st century capital in Amaravati, having decided the place, Amaravati is an ancient town which happens to be the capital of Shatavahanas, which used to be considered as the Delhi of Bharat, because the Shatavahanas in 2nd and 3rd century BCE, they have ruled the entire country from this particular place. But see, if you look at the entire history of Andhra Pradesh was divided from princely state of Madras on the linguistic basis, which consisted of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh. And then the Telangana was formed, and first they decided about Kurnool as a capital. From Kurnool they came to the Hyderabad. Having lost Hyderabad, Chandrababu Naidu has decided to leverage this particular investments with this particular capital. As a result, he has signed a memorandum of understanding with Subarno and Jurong, which is our international companies based in Singapore, because Chandrababu Naidu over the time, right from 1919 to 2004, when he was in power in the undivided Andhra Pradesh, he had always mooted an idea of promoting investment, promoting software technology and making it into Silicon Valley. So as a result, he is trying to tie up with them in order to build a smart city capital and make this Silicon Valley of the East.
Make in India campaign in the smart city capital. From that point of view, this is also extremely significant, especially Make in India being Prime Minister Narendra Modi's one of the pet projects, the initiatives that he's launched. And today, when Prime Minister comes to Amaravati, and in anticipation of that, what are the expectations of the people? And also tell us a bit about Prime Minister's engagements in Amaravati for the day.
Well, let's talk about the Prime Minister's engagement in Amaravati. He's going to land at around 12:15 at the helipad. And from helipad, he will directly go to the Mahaganapati Homam, where he'll perform the Purnahuti. After that, he'll go and place a Shilanyas, which is a brick for the foundation laying ceremony. After that, there are separate dais arranged for VVIPs, international dignitaries, local leaders and ministerial colleagues and the general public. They're expecting anywhere around 1 to 1.5 lakh mass people at this particular ceremony to witness the historic event. And as far as the aspirations of the people in this particular region are concerned, they are only worried about special category status. And that's what I mentioned in my story when I said, you know, what will be the Prime Minister's gift to Amaravati. See, special category status was not mentioned in the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Bill 2014, but orally explained on the floor of the House in Parliament. But then that is whether it is for 5 years or 10 years. But what exactly the government of Andhra Pradesh is expecting is, if they give us special category status for 5 years, they can mobilize money without any taxes being collected and then build the smart capital as visualized by Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thank you very much, Ramakant, for joining us from Amaravati on that story. Thanks.